Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Mid Morning Show Coffee Break with Ken and Deb.
Welcome in on this Thankful Thursday. We're asking you what you're thankful for this morning, as we do on every Thursday.
Yeah.
Also adding that little caveat, what's a high point in your life that you want to share with us this morning? And
Right.
we'd love to hear from you. You can comment right here on Facebook Live, or maybe there's something right there in your room you're thankful for, and you just want to take a picture of it and send it along.
Hey, yeah, you could do that. I don't know if they can send pictures during the live thing, but you have to send it
That's
afterwards.
right. I always forget about the technical part of this. I just blab it out. Who knows if you can do it or not?
But you could text us the picture.
That's right. You could do that.
And so that would work at 800-221-9356. So you could do it that way. But yeah, so maybe what's a high point in your life? For example, maybe you remember back when you had your first baby, or you had a job promotion, or I don't know, whatever that is. A high point in your life. Maybe you're thankful for that today. And you can look back and say, thank you, Lord, for that memory.
It's kind of like that movie reel that we play in our minds when we think back on our life. And, we think about maybe when we came to know the Lord, or
Right.
maybe when we first met our husbands, or our wedding, and then each of our children being born. And then, it's like that
Sure.
highlight reel. And we want to know what would be on your highlight reel.
Yeah.
What are some things that would be on there?
Yeah. So this isn't really like a high point, but it is a good memory. I remember when we worked down in Arizona, and it was really cool because the house that we were living in at the time had this cement fence around it, which a lot of the homes down there did because we backed up to the desert, and it was to keep critters out. But I remember waking up one morning and hearing this chirping, and I looked out our window, and there was a mama quail and her little babies, and they were all lined up, and they were up on top of this fence. And she was just walking along the fence, and all the little babies were following along behind her. And the little quail had the little thing on their head, and it was just so special. It was very cute.
Hi, kid.
Yeah, I know. I was like, good morning. That was just a really cool memory. I remember
That is so
seeing
neat.
that. So that's one of the things that I was thinking about this morning.
I was thinking about how after Thanksgiving every year, the next day when my kids were little, my sister's family and our family would get in the train, and we'd go downtown Chicago for the Black Friday,
Yeah.
after Thanksgiving, and how crowded it was. I was just thinking about that, how we were just as we were walking down the main drag
Did
there.
you go down Michigan Avenue?
Yeah,
Is that where it
Michigan
was?
Avenue. Yeah. I mean, we were just wall to wall people. I
Yeah.
mean, I couldn't even, well, I'm short, and so it was hard keeping track of the rest of my family members because there were so many people. And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
about that this year when we have got the socially distant thing going on because of COVID.
And Michigan Avenue is pretty much shut down.
I mean, really, when
Boarded
you
up
think
and
about
everything.
it.
Yeah, crazy.
But that is quite a memory of how many people were actually out shopping.
Yeah.
And it was, I
Crazy.
mean, there was a lot of busyness, a lot of activity, a lot of people banging on drums along the side, and
Yeah.
making music. And
Right? Huh, that's cool. Stephen Curtis Chapman. Love that one. More to This Life. Classic from him here on Moody Radio Quad Cities. It is 7:06 with Ken and Deb on this Thankful Thursday. Want to know what you're thankful for today.
Our phone number is 800-221-9356, or maybe you have a high point in your life you want to share. I was mentioning on the live stream, it's kind of like that a movie that we play in our mind when we
Right.
think back on our life. And what are some things that would definitely be put in the movie? They wouldn't be on the editing floor. They would be definitely in the movie.
Yeah, that's right. So what would that be for you? Would it be the birth of a child, or like we said, maybe a job promotion, or whatever, just a small memory, whatever that is? You can let us know, and by calling or texting us, or if you are watching on the live stream, you can make a comment there too. But our number is 800-221-9356.
So to kind of continue my story,
Yes.
there's more to this story because we were late at getting out of Michigan Avenue area to get back on the train. So we had to run. with my kids. Of course, my son was 9 pounds 9 ounces when he was born, so he was always
wow.
a very big, chunky boy.
Yeah.
And he was in a very thick, like suit, like
Oh, like a snowsuit thing?
snowsuit, yeah. And I just remember all of us, we'd run for a few, a block, and then we'd hand him off to somebody else. And they would take him for the next block. Then we'd hand him off to all the adults were like taking turns holding Matt because he was so heavy.
I remember that one movie. I can't put my arms down. Randy just laid there like a slug.
Oh, those are such sweet memories, though.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so things to be grateful for that you even had the experience. So maybe you've got some of those you want to share with us this morning. It's good to have Heidi with you. Heidi, it's good to see you this morning, as well as Jordan. Nice to have you with us.
Yeah. So we'll see who shows up. I just shared
Okay.
the video on my personal Facebook page. We'll see who shows up today. 'Cause every time I do that, I get other people from around the country that'll
That is
check
really
it out.
neat.
So we'll see what happens. Charla, good morning, Charla.
Yeah.
I see a mysterious man running around behind you.
I want to tell you, Charlie, something about your son. I was sitting here just doing my work.
Minding her own business.
Yes. And he had his hood over his head and the mask on, and he was hovering around me. And I could feel like a presence, but I wasn't really paying attention.
And I saw out of the corner of my eye what he was doing, and I didn't look because I didn't want to give it away, but I just was kind of shaking my head.
He's trying to give me a heart attack.
It's funny. The shenanigans of Jeremy.
Ah, yes. Yeah. So what are you thankful for today? Maybe some highlights from your life that you're thinking over, especially as we head into a really different Thanksgiving. Are you changing your Thanksgiving at all?
Yeah.
Because
Here
of
we go.
COVID. We'd love to hear.
10 minutes after 7 on this Thankful Thursday, and all this week we're talking about gratitude and thankfulness, and we have some great resources on our website too, by the way, that are free to kind of, get you in that thankfulness mood. We've got audio and video, and we've got articles you can read, and all kinds of, and songs you can listen to, all kinds of stuff on there.
There's some really good things to think on and meditate on. And some of us have a little bit more time since we're not going out and about as much as we used to. So this is a way to fill our minds with some good things and to really consider all that we have to be grateful for. By, enjoying some fantastic music videos or blogs or videos. And so to find them, just head over to our website. It's under the Thankfulness banner at moodyradio.org/Quad Cities.
Yeah, one of the books they suggest on there is one we're going to be talking about next hour, as a matter of fact. It's The Grumbler's Guide to Giving Thanks by Dustin Crowe, and so we're going to visit with him coming up next hour. I think Deb needs to read it. Anyway, so we're going to be talking with Dustin next hour about 8:30 about that. But yeah, go ahead and let us know what you're thankful for as well if you want to do that today. 800-221-9356. Here's We Are Messengers with Love on Moody Radio, Quad Cities, WDLM. Good morning.
So here's a random thought by Deb.
Okay.
It's a random question. Have you ever raised a turkey? Just thinking about that.
Raised a turkey?
Yeah.
I thought you said raced at first. I'm going, I don't think so.
On your mark,
Get set, go. Yes, we have, actually. We've
Okay.
raised 2 turkeys before.
Have you?
Uh-huh.
What's that experience like? How is it different from like a chicken or?
Well, they're pretty dumb.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. So
mean,
the truth is that if they look up, they can drown when it's raining.
I
Okay.
don't know if I've never had that particular
Okay.
thing happen, but they aren't like the smartest bird.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got to really keep an eye on them, make sure that they don't get hurt and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. So, yeah, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been wanting to do it and we haven't done it yet. But there's a breed called a midget white turkey.
Okay.
And you can raise them for food, and they don't get quite as big as your
Okay.
big, butterball or whatever it is. But they're supposed to be very tasty. And so we thought about raising a few of those, but they're expensive to buy as chicks. I mean, I can't remember the last time. I think Debbie will correct me on this, but I think they could be around $10 a piece just for the little chick. Just for a little chick.
Oh my!
And so, and
then
that
you
might be
gotta-
that might be off,
wow.
but I know that they were pricey, and that's one of the reasons why we were holding off on doing that. Because you can lose them, and that's kind of expensive.
So
But-
when a turkey gobbles, is he happy or sad, or is it just a?
Yes. When a tom gobbles, he's either calling a female,
Okay.
or he's angry or wanting to protect himself.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. 'Cause that's
So
what
it is a little bit of a grumbling.
Yeah.
There's a grumbling gobble.
See, there is.
Okay. So is a gobble ever a happy goggle? Gobble?
I don't know.
Okay. So does a female not
No.
gobble?
No, it chirps.
Okay. It chirps. Okay.
Chirp, chirp.
Well, that's really interesting to know because I have not been around turkeys.
Yeah. That's why when you're out hunting turkeys, you have a call that goes, "Erp, erp, erp, erp," and then you listen for the,
Okay.
and then you know where the toms are at. See, and there you
That
go.
makes sense.
I'm sure you knew that tom turkeys have a beard.
The red?
No.
No.
I'll tell you in a minute. Here's We Are Messengers with Love on Moody Radio Quad Cities at 7:14. Good morning, Ken and Deb here, and we're talking about being thankful today on this Thankful Thursday. Also, maybe there's a high point in your life that you'd like to share with us.
I love April's. She says, sweet memory highlight. My husband of 23 years, Scott Morgan, son, of course, of Lane Morgan, former manager to WDLM, proposed on air to her in 1996 here.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a really neat memory.
That is.
Thanks for sharing that this morning.
Yeah, Teresa also said, I'm thankful for my job of a crossing guard for the little kids every morning. It gives me a reason to get up and get out. Plus, I enjoy kids, and they're a true blessing from God.
They are.
Very cool. Thanks, Teresa, for your faithfulness for doing that. And so anyway, what's something you're thankful for? Maybe what's a highlight in your life that you'd like to be thankful for today? Let us know, 800-221-9356.
Okay, so tell me about the bearded turkey.
No, but a tom turkey,
Okay.
they actually have what they call a beard. It's not on the face. It's actually down on their chest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's almost like whiskers.
Oh,
They're smaller when
interesting.
they're you can tell the age of a tom turkey by how long their beard is. The small they'll have like a little small group of black look like whiskers
Wow.
that come out, and then as the turkey gets older, it grows out to be a bigger beard. And so yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen that
I'll have to show you a picture.
or noticed it. Let's put it that way. I've
Uh-huh.
seen pictures of turkeys, but never noticed that they had a beard.
Yep, that's what they call their beard. It's right down on,
Okay.
kind of right below where their neck meets their chest, and it comes out.
Oh, wow. That is very interesting. You have any other Thanksgiving questions for Ken this morning?
Oh. I was going to ask you, I was thinking about this morning. We had talked a while back, but is your son still into cooking? Because remember he was into the sous vide thing there for a while? and-
he used that for a while. I mean, I don't think he does as much just because his job is just so
Oh, okay.
intense that by
I
the
can
time
see
he gets
that.
home, he's really beat. I mean, I think a lot of his turkey. Yes, a lot of his turkey.
Turkey. A turkey on the brain.
I know. A lot of his cooking.
We're
is
talking
putting-
turkey.
Putting frozen pizza in the oven.
Oh, man. Slaving over that hot steering wheel.
We have that in common since I do that quite often too.
I haven't done as much cooking as I was telling Debbie last night, my wife. I said, I haven't been cooking as much. And she said, well, you've been kind of busy. Yeah, it has been kind of busy lately, but I miss it. I miss doing some experimenting and cooking on some different stuff. So I might have to do that as the weather gets colder.
Thinking of that,
Yes.
we've got some great yummy things coming up here.
Oh, that's
We're
right.
going to talk about. Should I show pictures or not?
Sure, you can show pictures.
So these are the pumpkin cookies.
The what?
The pumpkin cookies
Pumpkin cookies.
from
Ooh.
Stephanie Godke. Look at those.
Ah.
Don't they look yummy?
Ooh, they're like little cookies.
They're little cookies.
I like
But
them.
they're like bite size, so you can have like 2 or 3. Well, you can't because there's only
Yeah, I know. 'Cause I was gonna say no, we can't. We can only have one each with one extra. We'll have to split it in
Oh,
three
look
ways.
at these. Now these look. Can I take one of them out? I'll
Well, that's yours.
I'll eat that one then. Look at that. That is a
Ooh.
pumpkin muffin,
Pumpkin muffin with a
like a streusel top.
like a pecan streusel or something like that.
Yeah,
on
look
the
at
top.
that. That looks
Nice.
so yummy.
All right, so we're gonna learn how to make these.
I'm going to keep that one near me
Okay.
because I touched it. You touch it, you keep it.
That's right.
You eat it.
We're going to talk with Stephanie Godke coming up here at about 7:30. Also, if you don't get a chance to watch it live, you can go back later and you can watch or listen to the interview. 7:18, Ken and Deb here. Hey, by the way, coming up here in about 10 minutes, we're going to have Chef Stephanie Godke join us, and she has sent over some treats that we're going to be talking about here in just a couple of minutes live on air, so you'll have to find out. And also we'll have the recipes on our Facebook page, Ken and Deb in the Morning. Just go to the notes section, and you can see that recipe that we're talking about today, plus other recipes that she's
That's
done
right.
as well, with pictures.
And these recipes use something we've had around our house for the last few weeks, and that is those pumpkins.
Yeah! We've got those pumpkins laying around the old house there. So she'll tell us how to use those, and we'll do that coming up here shortly. Right now, it's We the Kingdom and Holy Water on Moody Radio.
I don't know if I'll ever have true victory over the word pumpkin. For some reason, that's a hard one for me.
Can you say aluminum?
Aluminum.
There you go.
Okay, thank
See,
you.
some people can't say that. That's a hard one. Aluminum.
I have to say, sometimes I get in though, and I look at some of the names in the news, and I'm still
Well,
afraid.
yeah, I know. But I mean, there's one word that comes up quite frequently in some of the different voice stuff that I do, and that is inquiry.
Oh, yeah.
And so if I'm going along, I'll have that. And if you have more inquiry, you know, it's like, all right, got to recut that part. That is one of those words that just gives me fits. That and digital. If you're trying to talk really fast and you want to talk about digital, see how it just slurs it?
Yes.
Digital.
Yeah. And when you listen back to your voice, you realize you do that. Sometimes we don't even realize we
Yeah.
do that in regular speech.
Right, exactly.
But when we listen to ourselves, then we're like, ooh.
What happened there?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
well, that's another
Heidi-
bunny trail we
Yes.
got on, isn't it?
So Heidi says, am I the only person who dislikes pumpkin pie?
What kind?
Pumpkin pie. Why do I do this to myself? I do it to myself. Like, why do I do that? Anyway. I really love pumpkin pie, so I don't know.
I'm okay with pumpkin pie.
Mm-hmm.
I will eat it. It's not my favorite. I don't have to have it.
Mm-hmm.
If I had pie, I'm more into apple or cherry.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my two favorites. Oh, wow, lemon meringue is like the top of my list, but it has to be homemade.
Mm-hmm.
My mom used to make homemade. I take that back. My mom didn't make homemade. She would use the Jell-O pudding filling, the
Okay.
lemon.
Yeah.
And she would put that in
Yeah.
with, then she would make her own meringue and everything
Okay.
like that. But my daughter Elena makes lemon meringue pie from scratch using real lemons and makes the whole shebang. And oh boy. Yeah. So anyway. Now you know all about my little lemon meringue pie thing I got going on.
So I'm really into a new recipe I got for a key lime pie
Yeah.
that I
You
really
need
like.
some trial and error people to test that out for you?
I'll make it sometime and bring it in, but it's really easy, but I do really like it. It's got a little tang and a lot of sweetness.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so refreshing in the summertime, especially. It's not necessarily a Thanksgiving pie,
Yeah.
but
I'll
I
eat it
do
then, though.
really like it. Like, I just like, oh, this is so refreshing. And anyway,
Yeah. That'd be good.
it's just something new.
Something to look forward to. So what are you thankful for? Are you thankful for pumpkin pie? I don't know. What are you thankful for today? We're talking about being thankful today. You can still make a comment here on our live stream. You can also, maybe if you can't do it now, you want to do it later, you can send us a text or call us at 800-221-9356 with what you're thankful for today. There's We the Kingdom. It's called Holy Water on Moody Radio at 723. It's Ken and Deb here. We're talking about being thankful and what are you thankful for? What's a highlight in your life maybe that you're thankful for? You can send that to us and let us know, 800-221-9356.
I'm reading a couple of Thanksgiving reports. The first one says, I'm thankful for religious freedom and Christian radio.
Yeah, amen. Thank you
Thankful for that, too.
You betcha. Let's see. Also, this is Di, and I'm so grateful for my wonderful husband, Lou, and my Zoom Bible study. Not sure how I would have survived this time of quarantine without them. Well, that's very cool. Thank you so much. I know that people are relying a lot on technology right now to get through this time, and it looks like, we're starting to see more cases and stuff, and so we might have to clamp
do
down
more
a
of
little bit.
that.
Yep, that's right. So anyway, thankful for that too. How about you? Let us know. What are you thankful for? What's a highlight in your life that you're thankful for? 800-221-9356. And news is coming up. Here's David Crowder with Red Letters on Moody Radio. Well, that's going to wrap up our mid-morning show coffee break, and appreciate you sharing with us. Like I said earlier, if you can't join us live for Stephanie Godke coming up here in just a couple of minutes, you can watch it, listen to it later as you go to kenanddeb.org and listen to her talking about the recipes she's making.
And you can always find the recipes on our Facebook page as well.
That's right.
They're under the notes section.
That's true. Well, everybody have a great rest of your day. We'll do this again Monday for our live stream here on the Mid-Morning Show Coffee Break. Have a great rest of your day today and a great weekend.